drizzle. Good morning. We are fueling up our generator and just checking everything, make sure it's still working. I'm still having trouble with that little Honda engine on this Traveler, and I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it. So we're running at least. It seems to be working now. It's still turning anyway. I did bring some additives to put in the fuel. I don't think it's a fuel issue, but I'm kind of at a loss. Maybe I got some dirt in it or something. I don't know. But we're going to go see if we can't work on it a little bit or just kind of keep an eye on stuff. This run's going to be done about noon today. And I'm hoping that I can get this done rather quickly up here, and then we can get in the tractor and head to Berkey to go get our grain cart. Well, it seems to be running okay here. I dumped in a little bit of this stuff and a little bit of this stuff, neither of which will do anything but make me feel better maybe. It's still running like it's supposed to be. It's been running for, I don't know, 45 minutes now, so I guess I have confidence that it will finish this run. What do we got left? 686 feet, so I'll have to do some math on how long that'll take, but 3.5 hours, I bet. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go see if we can't get that grain cart now. We'll head back to the farm here. Okay, we are heading to Berkey to go get our grain cart. Kind of wanted to do this in the morning here before it gets super hot, so maybe the roads aren't so sticky and it's not so hard on my tires. Anyway, see you down there. We made it. Get the door open here. Wait for it. There it is. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, we got to get hooked up. Okay, I have got it hooked up. The tongue and the PTO and the jack. I gotta hook up the hydraulics yet, but I want to pull it out of the barn. Reflections in the window. Sorry, guys. It's a little tight in here, so I'm just trying to be careful. All right, well, there it is. This is our grain cart, and most of you, if you're relatively new to the channel, you probably haven't seen it. It's a Brent Avalanche 1196 tracks. Obviously, we better make sure we check the tires, right? We got this a year ago. We've used it 1 year, so it's pretty new yet, and I would say it is easily the most impressive piece of equipment that we own. This thing is awesome. Yeah, awesome. So, all right, we've got to hook up the hydraulics and some wire harnesses, and then we can hit the road. And we got to keep moving because we're already going to be late getting back before our Traveler is done. Okay, I should have that all hooked up. I will say this thing is a bit of a wiring nightmare. It's got a rat's nest of wires that seems like it could be simplified quite a bit, but it is what it is. I've got her all hooked up. We'll do a little organization later. Let's see if our cameras work. That's the one that I really want. Yeah. Excellent. It is. It's working. You know, you can see it. So, all right, one more thing before we go. We don't actually have to check the tire pressure, but I do want to check the pressure gauge. That's good. We want it to be around 1,000. And I'm going to throw a little bit of talc in here just to help lubricate stuff. and keep the heat down while we're going down the road. Don't normally do this just for going down the road, but because it's been washed and sitting in a barn for 7 months and we're making a long trip, it's not like we're just going a couple of miles. I'm gonna do this. I'll probably try and stop once on the way home and put some more on. So, okay. Pressure gauge here. Yep, we're good. Okay, let's hit the road. Side note, our crops do look pretty decent down here. I didn't look at them all, but the ones that I drove past, you can tell it's getting dry though. Not as dry as we are at Waldron, but it is starting to get dry. We need some rain. One other thing, because of the tracks on this, and especially because it's a hot day, our top speed is limited, 20 miles an hour. So while it wasn't so bad coming down here at 31, the trip home is going to be a little slow. I made it. Okay, that took a little longer than I anticipated. Going slow will do that. Our traveler got done about a half hour ago, so we got to get up there and get that moved. All right, we are making the last pull of this field until we start over. It's a relatively short one. I don't know what we're going to end up with. Maybe 500 or 600 feet, I would guess. So it won't take real long. And then we'll get everything moved way back down there. Okay, we've got it running again. We were right at 600, I think 608 feet. So this one, I don't know, whatever it takes, but we're retracting at 42 inches a minute, so 3.5 feet, 608 divided by 3.5, whatever that is. How long it's gonna take. Engine seems to be okay. We're gonna let her go here. I may look at buying a new one just to have. That thing's got thousands of hours on it because it just sits there and runs like that all the time. So it wouldn't surprise me any if we just need to replace it and be done with it. For the $300 you can buy it for, it's not worth messing with a whole lot and causing the trouble that it is. So, all right, I'm gonna take this tractor down and park it in our next run, which is the last lane clear down there, and then I get to walk 3/4 of a mile back to my gator. Not quite 3/4 of a mile. Oh well. I haven't been down to this end of the field for a while. Dang, this corn looks good. Look at this stuff. Beautiful. It's growing. Dark green, great color. Up to chest high on me, in this particular spot at least. And yeah, this looks really good. You can still see just a little bit of this streaking, but not near as severe as it was. So our sulfur is working. We'll probably keep putting more on when we go over it because cost is minimal, and if we need it, right? I should probably be looking into some other micronutrient products or packages and stuff to put on here, but I don't know. I don't really know what we need. I should do some tissue tests. There's a lot of things I should do that just aren't going to happen, but as dry as it is, we just got to keep pumping water, and that's going to make more of a difference than anything else that we could possibly do. So water it is. So I was just checking out my spreadsheet with my records on it for this field. As soon as this run is done, which is the last one, so this will be how much we've covered in this field, or we're going to cover. We made 18 pulls, 9 different hookups, but 2 of them only went one direction, and 2 of them we added a third when we pulled to the north. So there was a little bit of overlap and then pulls back through the center lane, but not a lot. So basically we covered about 135 acres of the 170-ish in this field, which is pretty good. I wouldn't be able to cover that much with a pivot just because of the shape of it. We did it in the pump has been running for about 103 hours, and we've pumped about 2.8 million gallons of water. Yeah, and today is the 9th day since we started the pump up, but there was 2 days where we didn't run it at all. So, and the first day we started mid-afternoon. So I think we could get over the whole field with an inch of water in 9 days if we need to, which we do. So we'll finish this run and we'll get started back there at the top or the far end of the field where I parked the tractor, and we'll keep watering. You can see here it's dry. We're helping, but we aren't staying ahead of it. Okay, I'm back to the farm. I'm leaving actually. We'll put that away here a little later, or take care of that. I've got some errands to run that I need to do before that traveler is going to be done. It's going to be done in 2 hours now at 4 o'clock. Had a salesman stop in. He likes to talk, so we talked for a while, which is not ideal, but it's all right. So I got to go get my errands run, and then we'll get back up there to move that again. Made it back up to the field. Putting more fuel in the generator. Waiting on this. We got, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, half hour before that's going to be done. So got a little bit of time here. Get the fuel in, and I'm going to have to walk it again because if I drive the traveler down there, the four-wheeler will be down here, so I might drive the four-wheeler down there and walk back while I got time. Finally, we got the first pass done. So I got to go down here to the corner where I got a little room to turn around. We're going to turn around and head back to the other end of the field, then we got to get turned around again and start heading back this way. Okay, we're back up and running where we started. It's 464 feet. It's going to take about 4 hours. We're back to our slow speed, 24 inches a minute, putting a full inch on here. And yeah, so this is gonna take longer, but that's okay because it'll get done at 9:30-ish tonight, and then it'll be 10 o'clock by the time we start this one, which is a relatively full pull, so that'll be a good overnight one. And then we'll be off tomorrow. I'm a little nervous about that engine and letting it run overnight, but I'm falling behind, so I don't feel like I have a whole lot of choice but to try and trust it and hope that what I've done to try and fix it works with that spark plug and adding some stuff to the fuel. And I did clean out took the screw out of the bottom of the settling bowl and the carburetor there, and I didn't get anything out, but I drained it and refilled it, so I don't know. We'll see. I did, however, need a haircut. I did, however, break that bolt that helps with the speed retrieval thing. I don't have any, so I gotta go run and get one of those and then bring it back up here, which will give me a chance to check it and make sure it's still running, so that's okay. Okay, I've got one of them bolts that I need, so I'm gonna run that up to the field and get that put on. Hopefully everything's still running and working okay. I'm heavily leaning towards buying a new engine, changing the whole thing out, and we'll just go from there. I'm gonna call the dealer for the irrigation reel tomorrow, see if they happen to carry that. I would be shocked if they stock it, but maybe they can get me one, because that engine is not just a standard Honda engine. I mean, it is, but it's got a 2-to-1 gear reduction on it, which is not so common, I guess. So it's not like I could just go buy one off the shelf or pull one of the ones off of a pump or something that we have around here, because the gear reduction the speed would be all screwed up on it. So anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I'll change this, I'll show you that, but I'm going home then. I gotta come back about 9:30, something like that tonight, and move it, which is fine. And then tomorrow I'm gonna be around in the morning. We'll keep the irrigation moving, and I've got some paperwork to do, account settlement stuff for my seed business. I'm gonna work with my sales rep on that. And then I think we're going to the lake in the afternoon. I'm gonna take the afternoon off, and we're gonna go hang out with my boys and some friends and go and do that. So hopefully I'll have the traveler in a spot where I can make a long pull tomorrow afternoon and get away for a while, come back. So anyway, I probably won't make a video tomorrow, but I will be back to work on Friday, and we'll have another one that will come out Saturday morning. So have a good night, everybody. Leave me any questions and comments that you've got down below. And wheat harvest is coming quick. It's going to be real quick, and we'll be starting to combine some wheat, so videos will get exciting again. And yeah, hit the like and subscribe button. See you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Saturday. New bolt again. I think it'll last longer now because we're running it at a slower speed, and this is not quite as far out to the end as it is other times, so I don't know. We'll see. As long as the motor keeps running, at least it's still moving. Even if that bolt breaks, it's when the motor dies that we really have issues. So it was still running when I got here. Hopefully it keeps that way. 390 feet. We started at 464, so it's moving. It's doing what it's supposed to. We'll be back in 3 or 4 hours, 3.5.